Hey everybody, Kevin here. Back out here at Uwharrie National Forest this weekend for another little backpack trip. Um, I was here last weekend, ended up having some issues, and had something else going on Saturday night. Cut my trip short. It was only a one night deal, but we're planning for a 2 night trip out here today. Probably going to cover a similar route. I might go back on Dutchman's Creek first. I'm sitting right here next to the Uwharrie trailhead, literally about 10 feet in the parking lot. So I might do Uwharrie and then come back on Dutchman's Creek. We'll see. I'll decide here in the next couple minutes. But yeah, got the pack back here in the back seat. So we're gonna get the boots laced up and kind of figure out what we're gonna do and get going and bring y'all along for the adventure this week. Once again, I didn't give myself much time to come in here tonight. Hiked in a couple miles, kind of pushed it probably a little bit farther than I should have. I wanted to get to the next campsite. I didn't want to camp at a couple of the closer ones. So I finally got to where there's a pretty steep climb a couple miles into the Dutchman's Creek Trail, and I did not feel like climbing that in the morning. I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way tonight. So I made it to camp, got camp set up, got dark. Thought about cooking something, but I don't really care. It's dark, and I'm just kind of chilling out in the tent anyway. So it's early. It's only I don't even know if it's 7 o'clock yet. So kind of sucks about this time of year. It gets dark early, but oh well, can't really do nothing about it. So yeah, just kind of hanging out in the tent. So we'll get some sleep tonight and get up in the morning, get some breakfast going, and start a day. Try to bang out some pretty good miles tomorrow. I'll give you all an update on the morning. I'll show you the map where I'm at and where I've been and where I plan on going tomorrow. But until then, I'll see you then. Hey, what's up, everyone? Honestly, haven't really been much in the mood for filming. I talked to you last night. Oh, I dropped something. Pulled my phone out of my pocket and dropped my map, which I don't really need it, but definitely don't want to leave any trash behind. So I'm glad I turned around and looked. That was kind of weird. Terrible balance. Yeah, haven't really been in the mood. This trip is it's my second backpack trip ever. So I'm definitely learning some, not hard lessons, but definitely some good lessons. So I fixed my sleeping pad. Had a leak in it last weekend. It was better. It still got a very slow leak in it somewhere. I fixed the one hole that I found, the fast one. But I still had to blow it up a few times last night. It didn't deflate as much as normal, but I could feel my hip on the ground a little bit and stuff like that. I'm a side sleeper, so we're gonna figure that out. I might just get a closed cell foam pad. So if anyone's got any recommendations on foam pads, I know they're not gonna be nearly as comfortable, but they got to be a lot less of a headache just because you set it out, sleep on it, and roll it back up. You ain't got to blow it up, deflate it, worry about puncturing holes in it, stuff like that. So, started walking in yesterday and forgot my spoon in my cook set. So, that kind of bummed me out. It's not a huge deal. I didn't cook last night, mainly because it was dark, but I didn't feel like cooking. But this morning I had some oatmeal, and I used the handle from my pot. It comes off, and it was good enough to scoop some oatmeal up in my cup. So, but anyway, we're still on Dutchman's Creek, probably about 5 miles in. We're probably pushing 5 miles, probably not quite. But we're going to do the 6 mile stretch at Dutchman's, and we're going to hit Uwharrie back to the 24-27 trailhead. It's once I get to Uwharrie, it's a 5 mile trip back to the trailhead. So we're just going to bang that out today. Probably about 8-9 miles total today, which is fine. We'll get that done, and it's only 9:30 in the morning. So we've been hiking about an hour, got a couple miles in, but yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, I kind of wanted this to be a 2-night trip, but it's really aggravating And I'm not a luxurious person at all, but I hate the fact of having an air pad and it doesn't work. So I'd rather just not have the damn air pad, excuse my language, and just not worry about it. So there's really, there's $50 foam pads from, I think Thermarest makes them, Neo makes them, whoever. They seem like a really nice idea right now. And also learned, I might have to bury a spare spoon in my pack. Because my original one, I put it in the sink to get washed, and it's laying in the strainer at home after I cleaned it, and I forgot to grab it yesterday. So might have to develop a little checklist system when I'm packing my pack up for a trip. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We'll been pretty smooth going. First week in November, a little bit warmer. It was cold last weekend, down in the 40s, low 40s at night, only 55 during the day. I say that's cold. I'm from up north, that's not cold, but it was very comfortable. And it got down to about 50 last night. It's supposed to be 75 today, so a little bit warmer. So Big Island Creek's supposed to be up here a couple miles. I got a little bit of water, so I'm gonna have to stop and get some water. And once we do that, should hit Uwharrie and take that 5-mile trek back to the car. Anyway, if anything interesting happens, I'll keep y'all tuned in. Hey, what's up? So, it ain't really been that long since I gave y'all an update, but came across Big Island Creek. I was wanting to get some water, but I got a little bit left, but it wasn't really flowing all that great. And I'm going to cross it again when I get on Uwharrie here in a couple miles. And I think it flows a little bit better upstream, so if not, we'll just have to get water out of it anyway. But anyway, so yeah, as soon as you cross Big Island Creek, you're down in a holler, down in the valley there, and it's just holy crap. So all of a sudden you start going uphill and it doesn't stop. So if y'all don't know the history of Uwharrie, the theory is that the Uwharrie region used to be a coastal mountain range. It had 20,000 foot peaks, kind of like the Himalayas, millions of years ago, and it's been weathered down over time, which is pretty cool. I think now the highest point's only a little over 1,000 feet. I feel like I'm at 2,000 feet, but that's just because I'm out of shape. So I just scaled that. Pretty good elevation gain back here. Pretty good size. Like I said, I don't want to call it a mountain, but pretty damn good sized hill. And walked a few hundred yards and caught up with Uwharrie National Recreational Trail. So you gotta be careful. There's a sign. It says Yates Place and parking lot, but if you look left and right, you'll see the white blazes, and about 40 feet down the trail, it'll say Uwharrie. There's a little sign that says Uwharrie Trail on the sign, but I feel like that could have been marked a little bit better. Because if you didn't look, you would just think, oh, there's a campground. But anyway, so we're on the Uwharrie Trail. We'll stop down here, hopefully at Big Island Creek, get some water, and finish out the day. So keep you updated. Finally made it back around to Big Island Creek, and luckily I was right. The creek is flowing much better on the Uwharrie Trail side versus the Dutchman's Creek side. So if you can help it, it's flowing better. So, less likely to clog up your filters and stuff like that. So water's nice and cool. It's good. So filled up both my bottles. I got 2 liters of water. That should be plenty for the rest of the way out of here today. So first time using this All Your Mini filter. Worked really well. I read a lot of reviews, people having issues with them busting the bags. The flow rate's not good. Now, granted, I've only used mine. I think I filled it up 5 times right there. the pouch, and ran it through the filter 5 times. So I think the big thing is just backwashing it. This is clean water, so I backwash it anyway. So just be diligent about backwashing. You should be good. So it's kind of hard to see, but this Big Island Creek, I mean, yeah, the water's a little stagnant in places, but then right here it starts really trickling down these rocks pretty good. So I went all the way down there to the bottom where it flattens back out and got water from there. But Big Island Creek. We're gonna get the pack back on and head out of here. Hello everyone, this is Future Kevin. It is currently July 2023. What you just watched was my second ever backpacking trip. It was shot in November 2020, and you'll probably notice that the video cut off rather abruptly with really no update. The reason behind that was I made a few mistakes that were very good lessons learned for me. Number one, I did not have enough water to finish the 4 or 5 miles, and I got pretty thirsty, pretty dehydrated, and also the trail conditions, or I guess really just the lay of the trail. I didn't anticipate there being about an 800-foot climb, and at the time, it kicked my butt. So because I didn't have enough water and because I was just exhausted, I had no desire to pull the camera out and film the rest of that trip. I did make it back to the car, no problem. Chugged a few bottles of water, thankfully that were in the car, and I ventured on home. So that was the end of my second backpacking trip ever, and I did learn a lot of lessons from that. I hope to detail those lessons learned in an upcoming video. Thank you for watching today's video. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.